Welcome to the Chewn podcast, where real topics are discussed by fake individuals with fake opinions. Even if it's the host or the guest, don't take them seriously. And if you do get offended, guess what? Shit happens. Leave it below in the comment section. Let's roll. What's going on? Welcome back to Chewing the Fat podcast. Post the fake Independence Day holiday, but it is a day for you to have off and spend time with your loved ones, eat well, sleep. For the 4th, you know, I celebrate Juneteenth, man. You really celebrate the 4th day in DeVille, or you just kind of take that time to kind of just chill? You ain't really celebrating shit.
My brother, let's address the nation.
All right.
I lean in the thought of the good brother Dick Gregory. I celebrate every day that the bank closed and the government closed. So every day that the bank closed, the government closed, and I still get paid. Yeah. I celebrate it. I really don't care what it's about. It's okay. Independence Day. It's a great day. For those that are part of that culture. Okay. I give them their props. Because they had dissension amongst their ranks.
True.
You had one side of whites that didn't want to deal with the wealthy aristocrat whites, and they said, "No, we want our own."
True.
They took their big bad ass across the world and started conquering and taking over shit.
Right.
I give them their props. Celebrated hot dog, hamburger. Whatever. But the banks closed, jobs closed, and we off work. I love it.
Gotcha. Well, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah. I usually take that time to kind of pick up on things I've been wanting to really get done, maybe some things around the house.
Yeah.
One of those days where you can get started a lot earlier than later on your own things that you want to do. But As far as really celebrate, because we used to blow it up for the 4th.
Yeah, man, that used to be that thing.
Fireworks and everything, man. And
yeah.
Just as a black man in America, even though I know we both have our military ties and ties to serving the country and some of the patriotic flows that we have, threads we have inbred in our life and threaded throughout our life. Not inbred, that's damn Alabama.
Yeah,
but I mean, when it comes to that, it's just as growing as a black man and being more alive and more, and I hate when people use woke for the wrong thing, being more awake about and aware about what's going on. It just came off as a little bit sacrilegious to do all of that on the 4th and let Juneteenth go by without a blip. So
that's right.
I have more connection now with Juneteenth and understanding what happened and history and how it should be going forth and instilling those values. But I fully understand, the bank closed, everything off. We going to take this day because we damn well deserve it.
Man,
and we're going to take the other day, too, because we damn well earned it. You feel me?
And take a couple more, too, that ain't on the
books. Take a couple more that ain't on the damn books. You understand that? That's what we trying to get to. Me and Dan DeVille trying to get to the point. We're going to take a couple more of these holidays on the books and do some traveling, eventually hoping to bring in Chewing the Fat podcast to a city near you. And with that being said, I also thank everybody for still commenting, everybody sharing, subscribing. We were just talking before we came on air that we getting the Instagram pages together, still trying to figure out how we want to do that.
Right.
And so once that gets kicked off, you'll have those links to access our Instagrams separately even, because some people you might be feeling Dan DeVille, some people might feel Jay for real, some people might feel us both, but at least that way you can follow the personalities that you like the most and hopefully support us all and support us both. But if you don't like me, you go follow my brother and keep up with him because he always going to address the nation.
And if y'all rag this some bitch and don't like me, you go follow my brother Jay. I love y'all.
We love y'all anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna get on board, man. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She came into the game looking like a row of pennies. For those
not
who
a row of pennies, man.
A row of pennies, man. Came in looking like a row of damn pennies. And we won't even spend that much time on it unless my brother want to get into it. But I do want to say this.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talking heads out there in the sport industry. There was a lot of commentators there. I mean, I can go on from different outlets from, we talk about first things first. We talking about damn get up in the morning. We were talking about a lot of outlets. Now, I really want to address RG3 with his damn bunny chasing ass. I want to address a lot of other people. And I ain't got no problem with interracial relationships. But when you do things like RG3 did, that's buffoonery and cooning like that.
Right.
And we had a lot of people that were just putting Caitlin Clark so high up on a pedestal and shitting on Angel Reese was ridiculous, but I haven't heard them talking lately. Mm-hmm. And Caitlin Clark's been out from sitting on the bench with a team that supposedly, if she were not there, that they would just be doing completely horrible, and it just factually is not true. This team has continued on without Caitlin Clark, winning games, may have lost a couple of games, but they've been continuing on. If you look at their schedule, you look at where they are now, they really hadn't lost any more, or they would actually won a few more games, honestly, believe me, than they would have had she been on the court. And I think it's unfair for you all to say something prior to this and then have a situation take place where she's not there and this team do what they keep doing, and then y'all don't want to say nothing now.
Right.
And I think that's kind of crazy. Caitlin Clark is not the next guy coming. Her stats, her achievements don't say that. She's yet to win a championship. So I think y'all need to stay safe face like, okay, well, maybe we overvalued you and underestimated the rest of the women that were on that team before you got there, and the WNBA before you got there. That's how I feel about it.
Shoot, man. What was their record before she got there at this point of the season?
Let me see. I think I'll pull it up, brother.
Okay.
I'm going to pull it up, brother. Let me see right here. Yeah. We got down. You go to Sparks. Let's see
and the
fever
reason why
right here, Fever 2025.
Okay.
Now, you want to know before she got there or when she got hurt?
So what was their record before she got there at this point in the season? And then after she got there, and the reason why I ask
2023 then.
Yeah.
Okay, before she got there, their record was that's other draft picks too. Their record was they had pretty much, man, like it's almost, I would say 60-40. 60-40. I would say 60-40. And then when she got there 2023. 2024. She got there 2024. Bro, it looked damn near the same. They was front loaded hell, like losing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then they came on a little hot later on that season. It was it's just them losses is up front instead of scattered a little bit lower than they was the season before, where they was intermittent. They had some losses, had some wins, and they had a streak of losses later on. So I would say still better in 2024 than they were in 2023. For sure. But then in 2024, like I said, them losses was heavy, and then they came in 2025. They're just a better team overall, and it don't even look no different with her there before, because they had 4 losses starting at the beginning of the season. They still got 4 losses spread further out, but they got a little more. They got a couple of more wins strung together when she went out versus when she was there. So that's what I'm saying. The team is not.
So it's not a drastic difference.
It's not a drastic difference at all.
But she didn't come in as a world beater,
No,
and
not at all.
Turn the Fever around, and they're now in championship contention. She didn't do
Facts.
that, right? So
didn't do that.
So this is again for the people that didn't attend the school that she goes to. Now I understand those people that attended the school because of the collegiate loyalty. I understand those that are from her local community. And those that are from the Indiana community, I can understand them being behind it because they got something to cheer about. They got a bit of a vested interest, But for the rest of the world, nation, are we cheering for mediocrity? Is that what we're doing? We cheering for mediocrity? Are we pushing Caitlin so far, so high up the mountaintop? And she hadn't done anything. She hasn't turned the team around.
Right.
In the civilian world, Brother Jay, let's just think of it like this, okay?
Go ahead.
You switch jobs, right? And you come over to a new job.
By the way, they have 500 team right now.
They're a 500 team right now.
They're a 500 team right there in the damn middle. And Minnesota 17-2. Phoenix 13-6, New York 12-6, Atlanta 12-7, Seattle 12-7. They 9-9 with look like Georgia. Let me see, Indiana, Las Vegas, and then from there you got your lower teams 400, 300, and going down. They a mid-pack team.
Man,
mediocrity, like you said, my brother. Mediocrity,
brother. It's if you switch jobs and their bottom line don't increase since you've been there. You don't get a raise. You don't get commended. You might be finna get a pink slip to get up out of there, you know, because you weren't as advertised. You know, so that's, hey, man, this is nonsense that they're doing. These are just I mean, they're just Miss America. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
America. Without the
That's
looks.
how I feel. Man, I ain't gonna front with you, man. Hey, I say it, and I'm gonna say it again. I believe it. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, you know what? Don't be surprised a few years later from now, y'all find out that Caitlin Clark is a transgender boy out here playing with these girls. Because she just, bro, she rough.
When I look at her,
she is rough.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? I see a handsome young lady. When I look at her.
I said I am. He said I handsome young lady, yo.
That's what I see when I look at her.